Oh. Good morning, boys. Oh, he looks so comfy on you just there. Do you love your daddy? Yeah. Good morning, friends. Today is the 21st of June and I definitely did not think that we would get here without having a baby in our arms. I am currently in my 40th week of pregnancy. Our due date, which I don't even really believe in, but the 40-week mark for us was the 15th of June. So I'm actually 41 weeks tomorrow, and that is my adjusted date as well. So from my last menstrual cycle, I was 40 weeks on the 3rd of June, so I'm nearly 43 weeks according to that. So we are well and truly 9 or maybe even 10 months pregnant at this point. Yesterday I had the most amazing pregnancy massage. It went for about an hour and a half and it was just so lovely and so relaxing. It was like a labor assistance one, so my massage therapist used organic essential oils and homeopathic practices that are known to assist with labor, and we were focusing on relaxation and oxytocin production, and I just feel so good today. He is sitting so low in my pelvis. Ez and I did the math the other day to see just how much my belly actually weighs, and everything included, so baby, placenta, amniotic fluid, extra blood flow, my uterus in general, I think amounted to 8 or 9 kilos, which is crazy because you imagine having that weight just literally in the middle of your body. I feel as though it can throw off your center of gravity so much, especially when you're doing things like getting out of bed. Every day at this point I'm just getting so excited to meet him, like I have been the whole pregnancy, but now we really do know that it is any day, and it just feels so surreal. Like I can't imagine him being in my arms within like 24 hours. Like that could happen, I don't know. Anyway, I definitely thought the previous video that I uploaded would be the last one before baby, but he has decided to stay in there for an extra amount of time, which is okay. I know that he will come in God's perfect timing and when he is ready. I'm really just trusting and believing in that. We've just spent our days really focusing on relaxation. I've been walking quite a little bit as well, just to make sure he's in the perfect position. He's still super active and happy in there. I feel like he's so comfortable and it's warm, and like, why would he want to come out? It's winter at the moment, so I get it, my darling. But it is actually a beautiful winter's day. The sun is shining and the sky is blue. So Ez and I thought that we would go on one last date, just us, before he gets here. I'm really excited. I've been staying home a lot lately. I would say over the past 3 to 4 weeks. I just really don't want to leave the house if I don't have to. However, Ez was really sweet this morning and just wanted to take me on a date, so that's what we're doing. But yeah, I'm very excited. We're going out for lunch because dinner, by that time I'm usually pretty exhausted, and I also want to get to bed pretty early just in case he decides to start the labor process at like 2 o'clock in the morning. I want to feel well rested if I have to wake up at that time. So we're going out for lunch and I am very excited about it. Oh. Helping me put my shoes on. Okay, are we ready? Luckily these are pretty easy, like they just slide on. Oh, big stretch. My feet look so swollen from this angle.
Probably are, no?
I think they are too. They started swelling around like 35 weeks. There we go, nice and easy. Thank you, handsome.
That's what you're telling.
Well, what a beautiful day.
It's beautiful weather.
I can't wait for lunch.
Oh, lunch. I would me some lunch.
So do I.
Especially with you. These camera angles are great, sorry about that.
Let's have a date.
Just a cute little date. What do you think, girl?
Yeah, I'm excited.
I'm gonna eat a horse.
You're hungry?
Yeah.
So we just went out to a little burger place for lunch, which was absolutely lovely, but then we were deciding on dessert and we were tossing up between 2 places, but because it's such a nice day we thought that we would come out and enjoy the sunshine and get some ice cream. So I'm really excited for that because we haven't had a little ice cream day in so long, so I thought that might be nice, especially
ice cream.
just because of the weather as well. Like it's such a
It's not that
beautiful
it's
day.
hot, like, oh yeah, it's hot enough for ice cream. Like, it's probably not, but it's just so nice to just be in the sun after the weather's been average for the last 2 weeks.
It's just very rainy and cold.
So it'll be nice to have some ice cream and just go for a little walk.
Yeah.
Walk this baby out.
I did actually have a few questions that I wanted to ask you because I thought that it might be fun to answer a few little questions.
Sure.
So I looked up sweet questions to ask your boyfriend. Something that came up is, what is your favorite memory of us? I just thought these would be cute to answer because it's just not going to be just us ever again. We're always going to have children, Lord willing, from this point on. So I thought it might be sweet to get these memories before we have whole new ones with our children.
I don't know, like, what do you mean what's my favorite memory? Like, all of them. We just had lunch that was like such great fun, and last night as we were falling asleep, like, we had a funny moment where like we were just like, wow, like, we are truly best friends. Like, our brains are the exact same. We was lying there in silence, and then all of a sudden, out of random silence, we both just said the exact same thing
at the exact
same time. Sorry for the poor camera work, but we were just lying there in dead silence, and then all of a sudden we were just like at the exact same time.
It was not contextual at all. Like,
yeah,
it was just random.
It was just like, clearly that's what we were both thinking about for some reason. It was just on our brains to say that at that time in the exact same tone, tune, speed, to the T. We said it at the exact same time, coming out of like a 10-second silence. Like, when we were trying to start going to sleep, we were just lying there.
That was funny.
I love those moments. Yeah. But then, like, I love the adventures we had in the van, and I love us finding out that we were having our son, finding our home and moving into our home.
Every day is
they're all so good.
What's one thing I do that always makes you smile?
I really like when you make afternoon tea when I come home.
Yeah?
That makes me smile. When you're intentional and like there's tea and like a sweet treat.
I love that.
Yeah, like that makes me smile, is when I get home from work and it's like, I'm not even home yet and you're already planning how to be intentional with our time together.
Yeah, I think that's a great answer.
Yeah.
The lighting
is atrocious.
Is really temperamental because the sun's going down. I would say one thing that you do that always makes me smile is the little mundane things in day-to-day life that shows that no one knows me as well as you do. For example, I saw this video the other day where a girl was really overstimulated at like a family dinner. There was like 15 other people in the room, and her husband turned down the TV and she just looked up at him and smiled. And I thought, like, that's the epitome of our relationship as well, as like those little moments where we just know each other so well. We always know what the other person needs, or what the other person, like, what will make them happy, I guess. And I think those are like my favorite things that you do, is just those in between beautiful little moments. Like, I can't think of like a big grand gesture, you know. I would prefer those little every single day moments that we have.
Sorry, we switched up the camera again because of the lighting.
We'll do one more little question, I think. What's a song that always reminds you of us? I think that's a good question.
That is a good question.
Oh, I can think of one. Do you want me to say the one I'm thinking?
Yeah, what are you thinking of?
Die With You by Beyonce.
Yeah, there was a fleeting moment of it in my brain, but it was immediately like, nah, because
I don't like the word.
Yeah, like it's talking about dying with the person. Like, I get what you're alluding to.
Yeah,
like,
however, this is what I was saying to Ez a few weeks ago, is I feel as though that song just perfectly encapsulates how it feels to be so smitten and head over heels, like in love with someone, and like so deeply.
Yeah, it's not even smitten, it's because smitten is like just ooey gooey. It's how it feels to just be like, feel as though that person and you are one.
Yeah,
that's the feeling. It's not because smitten is just like ooey gooey. This is like a next level. This is
such a deep,
it's putting into words how it feels to be one with that person.
Yes,
where it feels like they are a part of you.
Yeah,
where if you lose your leg, they've lost theirs too.
Yeah. Again, I love this song because it's a beautiful song, and I love the way it encapsulates that feeling. The only word I don't like is like the die/death thing. But again, like, I understand that lyric. I just, as a Jesus follower, I know that life and death are in the power of the tongue. But I would say that that song really reminds me of how I feel about you.
Yeah, for sure. I'm trying to like imagine a relationship in a song. Maybe Everywhere by Fleetwood Mac.
That's adorable.
That's all I can really think of, is just like,
I want to be with you everywhere.
I want to be with you everywhere. I love just spending all my time with you. Yeah, probably that one.
That's a good one. I love that.
Yeah. Or if I'm going to be ooey gooey, I'm going to say like Love by Nat Cole King. Yeah, I also think of that. But that's just more like I feel like that encapsulates most people who are in love.
Yeah,
like, because it's a generic song. But yeah, so probably Everywhere. Yeah, just stick with that. Everywhere by Fleetwood Mac.
I love that. You're so sweet. Okay.
We're gonna go get some ice cream before the sun sets, because otherwise we're gonna get frostbite. Okay, peace.
How cute.
You're so sweet. I think you made this for my 19th.
18th, I think.
Yep, 18th.
Yeah.
You and me go together like peanut butter and jam, eggs and bacon, milk and cookies, apples and pies, donuts and coffee, Nutella and spoons. You're so cute.
Do you want to go?
Had a nibble, I think.
Yeah, when he was a puppy.
Let's have a look.
So we recently found this book.
6 hours ago.
Yeah, just earlier.
Babies.
I made this for Ezra for his 18th birthday, so 8 years ago now.
Yeah.
We haven't been through it basically
Since then. Aww. Oh, yes. It's just funny now that we're where we are now. We were 7.5 months into our relationship and this was already what you were writing.
I was 16.
I even wrote you a poem. We were best friends from the very start. And now that we are together, you have my heart. You actually had my heart from the very first day I met you, but I needed it to rhyme. Aww. To my boy Ez, with love, Papa.
How cute. I love that I did this little
I know.
scrapbook.
When we first started talking, when we had just started dating, this was like a week into dating.
Yeah, I remember how nervous I was to even sit with you, like at lunch and stuff. And do you remember our kisses used to be like so quick? Like they would be like...
Now we can't get our tongues out of each other's throats. Wow. You were my best friend from the very beginning. Aww.
So tiny.
I know.
Sometimes I forget actually how long we've been together and how young we were. I was only 15 in some of these photos.
This is so sweet, P.
Oh my gosh, look at that. We were so young. Wait, is there a letter in there? No way! Ezra Bond only, confidential. We just found a letter that had been in there. Oh my gosh, let's read it.
To steal your last name. Aww.
That's so cute.
Can you put it back in there, please?
Yeah. In the letter it says, I can't wait to steal your last name.
And we'd been together for 9 months.
Yeah, like I was 16 when I wrote that. We just knew so young.
Yep. Aww, that's so cute. And you would have made that envelope all on your own. Wow, you're so creative. Just by a piece of paper. I don't even, like I'm looking at that and I build houses and I don't even know how you put it together.
Oh.
Oh my word. With the mop on my head. Oh,
you look gorgeous. This was when Ezra graduated high school. So tiny, but look at the hair.
I left the house thinking, oh yes, fringe on point.
Oh wow. Our first Christmas? And now this year's our 10th Christmas.
Sure is.
And we're having a baby. That's so crazy.
Aww.
Oh, that was like our first actual date.
Proper date, yeah. Our first like real date where like we went out like on a train and went to the city.
We were intentional.
It wasn't just like at the local shopping centre. This was like we went on a proper date. We went to the aquarium.
Yeah. And it was like 5 or 6 months into our relationship, I think. But we got some really cutesy photos. Oh, how gorgeous.
Grateful for every single little moment.
Oh. These pages are adorable. This was our first New Year's together. So teeny. Oh my goodness. Wow. Oh, I'm so glad I did this.
Look how little I was.
I know.
I wasn't even 18 here.
No, I know.
Wow, you're amazing.
I'm so glad that we have those memories to look back on.
Yeah.
So cute.
Okay, we're gonna go hop into bed at
6:30 p.m.
good night.
I'm very excited. I've had such a lovely day with you.
Me too. Beautiful lunch and a bit of a drive around down to the beach for some ice cream and a small walk and
Just enjoying the
some
sun.
photos, some enjoying the sun. Nice drive home singing. Now back to bed. We got out of bed at like 11:30. We're awake, but we just lay in bed.
Had a slow morning.
Yeah.
It's been the perfect
It was
day.
perfect. I love you.
I know. With that said, I think I am going to end the video here. So I had so much fun just bringing you guys around with us, and I hope that you enjoyed. I definitely did not think
We'd be here.
Yeah.
Without a baby.
Like a few weeks ago I thought he was gonna come early, but obviously birth is just super unpredictable. You can never know with these sorts
Just
of
every birth
things.
is different.
Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you, and hopefully, I feel like I've said this so many
I said
times,
this in the last like 3 videos, 4 videos.
but hopefully in my next one
video,
we will have a
our
baby.
son.
Yeah. What the heck? So exciting. See you in my next video. Bye. I knew you were gonna do that.